hate my mom for watching my dad beat me to death. Now I can explain. Married women, come here. Mothers, come here. We have a meeting. We have a discussion. What do you do when your husband use the beating method to correct your children? Like beating them. What do you do? Do you just sit down and look at him beat your kids? Or do you feel like it's none of your business and you don't even show any concern and you allow him to beat your children to death? What do you do, mothers? Now, I have experience when I was growing up, and I'm going to tell you my experience as a child. And you can imagine how long I have kept this. Now, listen to my story. I was in primary 3 when we were almost having our final exams to go to primary 4. So it was the day of our exams. Then I discovered that I was not having a good pencil to take me to my exam hall. So at the verge of going to the exam hall, I had to hurry home to alert my mother to give me some money to purchase a pencil. So when I got home, I met my mom in the kitchen. She was frying garri, and I beckoned on her and asked her for some money to buy a pencil. That I was already late for my exams. So she directed me where to get a 10 naira. She said, go to the room, under the pillow you will see 10 naira, get it and go and buy you a pencil. So I went, got this 10 naira, went to the shop to buy a pencil. As of then, a pencil was 5 naira. A pencil was 5 naira. So I was supposed to get a change of 5 naira. But because I was in a haste and my mind did not even go there, immediately I collected the pencil. I ran to my school just to make sure I was not late for my exams. I got to the venue. I got to my school. I beckoned on my teacher to allow me enter the exam hall that I went to buy a pencil. She said, okay. She allowed me into the exam hall. I started writing my exam. I finished my exams. I went back home without even thinking or even remembering if I got the change from the store where I got my pencil. So I went home. When I got home, my mom asked, how was your exam? I said, it was all fine. All right. Then fast forward to the evening, around 7 to 8 o'clock when we were making our dinner. My mom asked me, I need the change that you used to buy the pencil. I want to get Maggie for the soup. I was okay. The change, I kept it on the pillow. It was on. I was not sure. I was not certain about it. I was a child, for crying out loud. So I said it was on the table. Oh no, I kept it on the bed. No, it's under the pillow. So I was not certain. So there was no means of getting any other money to get that Maggie for the soup. So my mom was frustrated. She was angry. In the middle of this frustration and confusion, my father came in. And then when he saw that my mom was so worried, he now asked, what is the problem? And my mom said, I gave her money to go and buy pencil. I can't find a change. I don't know what happened. And I need money to go and buy Maggie. My father was not having money. I don't know if he had money, but he left it in his house. So he came to the house to eat without anything in his pocket. So my father now called me. Where did you keep the money? Where did you keep the money? Where did you keep? I said, I was a child. I said, Dad, I kept it on the bed. I kept it on the pillow. I kept it on the table. I was confused. I didn't know what to say because my mind did not even go there that, oh, I did not collect this money. I could not even recall what happened because I was in a haste to go and write my exams. Now, my father, out of frustration, anger, I don't know what to quantify it, my father started beating me. My father beat me. My mom was still in the verge of looking for money to buy Maggie. My father beat heaven out of my life that night. I fainted for over 3 hours. For over 3 hours. My grandfather was not at home. He went for his friend burial. So a message got to him that, hey, as you are here, your second grandchild is dead. My grandfather said, no, I left my child healthy and hearty. What happened? My grandfather came from that burial. He hurried down to the house just to find out what was happening, only to meet me half dead. Only to meet me half dead on the floor. What happened? What happened? My mother said, hey, she lost the change that they gave her when she bought a pencil. I feel so emotional telling this story. She lost the pencil that she lost the change that they gave her when she bought a pencil and all of that. My grandfather said, is that why she is like this? For 5 naira? My grandfather was angry. He didn't even know what to do. They started looking for means of reviving me back. My grandfather was like, because of 5 naira, you people want to kill this child for me. After recovering, after bringing me back to life, my grandfather brought out his knife and chased my father out of the house, because growing up, we lived with my grandfather. We were in my grandfather's house growing up. My grandfather brought a knife and chased my father out of the house that night. He said he does not even want to ever see him around his compound again. Because of 5 naira, he wants to kill his grandchild. You see, anytime I want to tell this story, I feel so emotional. That is why I ask this question, mothers. What do you do seeing your partner beat your child? How do you help? How do you help the situation? For me, I have said it in my mind that I know that there are corrective measures to a child, but you see that beating, I do not allow my husband to beat my kids. Before he will even say, I say, please be easy. Be easy. I don't beat my kids. I don't beat my kids. I only shout. I'll shout at you. When I shout at you once, as an African mother that I am, you will know. Your body will tell you that if mommy stand up from there, disaster will happen. So I don't beat my kids. Now, you mothers that will sit down and watch your husband beat your children to death, you people are evil. You are evil. If you do not experience this hardness from your parents and you still sit down to watch your partners beat your children, you don't know what childbirth is. You don't know. Stop beating your children. Stop watching your partners beat your children to death. To reduce their self-esteem. There are other ways. There are other ways of correcting a child. You don't know. There are other ways of correcting a child. Stay safe and be blessed.